I cannot lead you into battle. I do not give you laws or administer justice, but I can do something else. I can give my heart and my devotion to these old islands and to all the peoples of our brotherhood of nations. Mubarak's regime is dead and finished. People will not go back to this. This is a farce being propagated by the Muslim Brotherhood to say that this revolution was supported by the remnants of the Mubarak regime. They have gone against the whole Egyptian society, and this is why they were removed. My entire life has been an attempt to get back to the kind of feelings you have on a field. The sense of brotherhood, the esprit de corps, the focus, there being no past or future, just the ball. As trite as it sounds, I was happiest playing ball. In the NBA, we're a brotherhood and we should all want to see one another succeed. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit together at the table of brotherhood. 2013 was a year of myths falling apart. The myth of President Obama, a myth in which Obama was a messianic figure descending to bequeath health care, equality, and brotherhood on mankind, imploded. The myth of an America embracing the leftist social agenda collapsed. There is no limit to the potential of brethren working together in complete brotherhood and selflessness toward spiritual goals. The power of God working through such channels will bring unimaginable blessings to all concerned. The principle of the brotherhood of man is narcissistic, for the grounds for that love have always been the assumption that we ought to realize that we are the same the whole world over. The crest and crowning of all good, life's final star, is brotherhood. Brotherhood is not just a Bible word. Out of comradeship can come and will come the happy life for all. The Obama Justice Department has decided to cease the prosecution of the Muslim Brotherhood's US-based front groups, identified as unindicted co-conspirators in the Holy Land Foundation case, the largest terrorism finance case in U.S. history. You cannot contribute anything to the ideal condition of mind and heart known as brotherhood, however much you preach, posture, or agree, unless you live it. You cannot further the brotherhood of man by encouraging class hatred. After all, from the Muslim Brotherhood's inception in Egypt in 1928, it has been a revolutionary organization committed to the imposition worldwide of a totalitarian, supremacist Islamic doctrine they call Sharia. The Muslim Brotherhood is the parent organization of extreme ideology. They are the godfather of all terrorist organizations. They spread it all over the world. Just as Islam literally means peace, none of the 99 names of Allah mean violence. Similarly, every religion in the world stands for peace, compassion, and brotherhood. Right knows no boundaries, and justice no frontiers. The brotherhood of man is not a domestic institution. The eradication of the Muslim Brotherhood is nothing less than an abolition of democracy and a guarantee that Arabs will continue living under authoritarian and corrupt regimes. No guns but only brotherhood can resolve the problems. I believe that if we really want human brotherhood to spread and increase until it makes life safe and sane, we must also be certain that there is no one true faith or path by which it may spread. The opportunity for brotherhood presents itself every time you meet a human being. There cannot be enduring peace, prosperity, equality, and brotherhood in this world if our aims are so separate and divergent, if we do not accept that in the end we are people, all alike, sharing the earth among ourselves and also with other sentient beings, all of whom have an equal role and stake in the state of this planet and its players. When Mohamed Morsi was elected president of Egypt in 2012, many in the country, including me, were hopeful that he would become a democratic president for all Egyptians, not only for the Muslim Brotherhood. The practice of charity will bind us, will bind all men in one great brotherhood. The Son of God became incarnate in the souls of men to instill the feeling of brotherhood. All are brothers and all children of God. If the whole of mankind is to be united into one brotherhood, all obstacles must be removed so that men, all over the surface of the globe, should be as children playing in a garden. Humanity is actually under the control of dinosaur-like alien reptiles called the Babylon Brotherhood who must consume human blood to maintain their human appearance. The only thing that makes battle psychologically tolerable is the brotherhood among soldiers. You need each other to get by. What is a wife and what is a harlot? What is a church and what is a theater? Are they two and not one? Can they exist separate? Are not religion and politics the same thing? Brotherhood is religion. Oh, demonstrations of reason dividing families in cruelty and pride. Above all things, let us never forget that mankind constitutes one great brotherhood, all born to encounter suffering and sorrow, and therefore bound to sympathize with each other. It's business inside the ring, but outside it, it's friendship and brotherhood. I try to do that with all my opponents. From a viable economy to the full funding of Head Start, from a clean environment to true equality for women, from a strong military to a commitment to racial brotherhood, from schools that are honored to streets free of excessive violence. I believe in the brotherhood of all men, but I don't believe in wasting brotherhood on anyone who doesn't want to practice it with me. Brotherhood is a two-way street. Brotherhood means laying down your life for somebody, really willing to sacrifice yourself for somebody else. On teams that have won championships and got to the big game, there's a certain vibe and feel in that locker room. Everyone talks about how there's a brotherhood in that locker room. There's not a lot of dissent, there's not guys that go off on their own. It's a team atmosphere. The common erotic project of destroying women makes it possible for men to unite into a brotherhood. This project is the only firm and trustworthy groundwork for cooperation among males, and all male bonding is based on it. The uniform makes for brotherhood, since when universally adopted it covers up all differences of class and country. Even non-democratic allies no longer trust America. Barack Obama has alienated our most important and longest-standing Arab allies, Egypt and Saudi Arabia. Both the anti-Muslim Brotherhood and the anti-Iran Arab states have lost respect for him. ISIL is not radical Islam. Hamas, Hezbollah, Fatah, the Muslim Brotherhood, these are radical Islamic groups. They resort to armed struggle and terrorism to move toward their goals. But they are also deeply political organizations that have internal rules, standards, and codes of conduct. We live in a world that has narrowed into a neighborhood before it has broadened into a brotherhood. Islam teaches tolerance, not hatred, universal brotherhood, not enmity, peace, and not violence. Ignoring all prejudices of caste, creed, class, color, sex, or race, a Swami follows the precepts of human brotherhood. His goal is absolute unity with spirit. If we desire a society in which men are brothers, then we must act towards one another with brotherhood. If we can build such a society, then we would have achieved the ultimate goal of human freedom. I have always held those political opinions which point to the universal brotherhood of man, no matter in what rank of life he may have taken his origin. You may call for peace as loudly as you wish, but where there is no brotherhood there can in the end be no peace. The Muslim Brotherhood is a religiously conservative group. They are a minority in Egypt. They are not a majority of the Egyptian people, but they have a lot of credibility because all the other liberal parties have been smothered for 30 years. The hope of a secure and livable world lies with disciplined nonconformists who are dedicated to justice, peace and brotherhood. The knowledge that we have brother scouts working in the same uniform, to the same ends, in the same way, in all corners of the empire, cannot but make scouts proud of their brotherhood, and cannot fail to bring them into closer sympathy. Many regard Freemasonry as an 18th-century boys' club, all funny aprons and comedic handshakes. That's good for the Masons themselves, but it's our mistake. The most senior figures are listed, but surely that's a sop because, all the while, the vast majority of lay members, the Brotherhood, remain anonymous. Rock and roll as a genre is different from pop and hip-hop. It is about bands, and that for me suggests brotherhood, family, friendship and community. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.